Good morning, Cog Squad. I really do hope that y'all are staying safe and warm throughout this big, humongous winter storm that looks like it's going almost across the entire country. Except Alabama. I say except Alabama. The northern parts of Alabama are going to get some of it, but it looks like it's like a big warming trough. It's coming up straight through Alabama, and it's like a U. It's just going around for the most part the entire state. But I do hope and praying that you're staying safe and warm. I am out here in the garden pulling up some stuff that needs to come on up. This root system is just crazy in this garden. This is one of the beds that we've worked pretty well with compost and animal manure and keeping it tarped and cover crops, and you can see how big the roots are out here in this garden. I'm basically just pulling up some stuff that just needs to get out of here that's not going to produce anymore. A lot of this broccoli that we harvested is not going to produce much more, and we're talking 10, 13 degrees, coming up, and it's really going to, frost cloth or not, probably would knock this broccoli back a good bit. And for me, myself, I haven't really been successful letting it give me another crop. I get that one big crop, and every now and then you'll get a couple little small florets here. How about you? Do you get multiple crops off your broccoli? And it doesn't help that I planted too late too, but the chickens aren't enjoying it though, I can tell you that. But the collard greens, they're still doing well. They will handle these temps with no problem. We're still gonna cover them up though, because that is pretty low for collard greens. It probably would do okay, but I'd rather be safe than sorry because we're still eating these collard greens. It's just one of my most favorite vegetables, to be honest with you. You can see on this side of me, you can see the calendulas, and we're gonna cover these guys up too here in just a minute. They're still doing well. You can see how thick and beautiful they are. Lots and lots of blooms. We've been harvesting the blooms and putting them in the freezer, and when we get enough, we're gonna freeze dry them for our carrot and calendula products that we got coming. Hopefully spring, summer, we should have enough to be able to get those out there for you guys. I will say this, it is not gonna get super cold tonight, but the next night is gonna get cold. We're gonna get down in the 20s for the low, but then Monday's when it's really gonna get cold. That's when we're gonna get down to close to single digits. I'm gonna go ahead and cover our calendula up, and you may be asking why. Well, starting this afternoon, it's gonna start raining, and it's gonna rain all afternoon, all night, and all day tomorrow, with Monday with it being sunshine, but that's when the cold temps are coming. I don't know about you, but if you've ever dealt with this frost cloth, putting it out when it's raining and the wind's blowing is no fun. It's actually sometimes almost impossible, honestly. So I decided to go ahead and get me a jump start on it and go ahead and get the weeds out of here and get this frost cloth put on. So after we get this garden taken care of, y'all, I want to try something that I've seen myself, and I bet I've gotten 15, 20, maybe more than that, 25 plus emails and messages that, Jason, you absolutely got to try this. You absolutely got to try it. So we're gonna try it today. And I think it's gonna be quite entertaining, to say the least. And it involves our horses, particularly Resca, because she is an ex-famous racehorse. So yeah, y'all stay tuned for this. Don't know how it's gonna go though. I'm already fighting the wind and it's not even bad at all. This is what I'm talking about right here. Right here. It is no fun. All right, I'm hoping that's got us. And I know some of y'all might be going, Jason, is it too early to cover that up? It's not. It gets some sunlight. It's not gonna be any sunlight tomorrow. And then it's gonna be so cold the next day, it'll be perfectly fine like that. I've left it covered in cold days like 3-4 days, maybe even longer than that. And it all has always worked for me. Oh, let's go see if we can have some fun. We want to before the rain hits. I bet that wind's gonna blow it shut on us, Holly. Maybe not. Maybe not. I didn't want the wind to blow the gate on the side by side, you know what I mean? Oh my goodness. What are you so sleepy for? We just got started. Oh my goodness. I can't believe you have tapped out on me already. Goodness gracious. I'll keep this between us. I won't let Peaches know about it now. So, Brooke really doesn't know about my idea that I want to try. I'm about to go announce it to her and see if she wants to go help me try this with Racing Resca. Because if you don't know, Racing Resca is a semi-famous racehorse. I did a whole video about her history. She is a rescue. I don't know her whole backstory whatsoever, but luckily she did get rescued and was taken well care of. And then, of course, we got her and she's living out her best life here. But her father and grandfather, we have won millions of dollars. And this was back in the early 2000s, 90s, and 80s. So you can only imagine what that money is worth now. But I'll put a link to that video down below in case you may have missed that video about Racing Resca's famous background. Her grandfather was like the Michael Jordan of horse racing. The buggy horse racing. They didn't do the regular horse racing. They pulled the buggies. It's called something. I forget what it's called. Y'all see how much I know about horse racing. All right, let's go get Brooke. All right, so I got an idea.
What's that?
I don't know how many people that have asked me to try this.
Okay.
So you know Racing Resca's background.
Phew, I thought it was something to do with turnips and radishes.
No, nothing to do with that.
Okay, because I got our supper going.
Got our supper going.
Okay.
Got some beef stew going.
Beef stew. Racing Resca.
Racing Resca. I bet there was a viral video that went out that somebody posted that bugle horn.
Oh.
Because it's race, you know, that
Right.
And their horse just perked up and got all excited because it was a racehorse and that's what it heard. So I thought about trying this for Resca and see what she does.
Oh my goodness.
And was wanting to know, did you want to go out here with me and see what she does?
I feel relieved.
Why is that?
I thought you were going to ask me if I wanted to get on her while you...
You want to?
No, not today. Not today. Well, I got my jacket on because I was about to head out anyway. Right. So, yes, I would like to see if she reacts. What do you think is going to happen?
I really don't know because, well, here's two things, okay? So, I did a little research.
Uh-huh.
And, you know, she wasn't a typical, when you think of racehorse, you know, you think of secretariat.
Right, right.
She's not that. She pulled
That's
the buggy.
right. What are those
I
called?
can't remember. We just have to look it up. I'll put it at the bottom right here, what that's called. They have a different call. It's like
so their horn's not the same.
they don't do the bugle. That's real ceremonious. That kart racing is not, you know, is quite popular as that is.
I gotcha. So it's a different sound.
Different sound, and it's like a school bell.
Really?
Yes, like a school bell, and then the gates open.
Okay.
So I found that recording too. So we're gonna try both.
Good idea.
And see what happens.
She may not react to the regular racehorse one because she didn't do that kind of racing.
Correct.
But you want to try it first and just see if we get any.
I want to try the bugle first and see what happens.
The bugle is the one secretariat.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
That's
then
how
we're
you
gonna
have to
try
refer to it.
Yeah.
When you're talking to me, because I get
confused. Yeah. Well, and then we're gonna try the school bell one.
Okay.
And see which one works. Now,
or either.
I'm thinking we may be on the other side of the fence. I don't know what she might do. I don't think we ought to be standing there beside her.
You're probably right. We're not going to like use any makeshift gates.
No. And I know she's a older retired racehorse.
Oh, I bet that kind of sticks out in your mind.
21, 22 years old, but she can still run.
Oh, she could run now.
And she still weighs 1,000 pounds.
She does.
And I don't want to be in front of her.
I don't either. I think you're right on.
Just in case.
Just in case she were to get
excited.
Well, if she does, you know, maybe Ernest T and Opie and Nugget will get to running on the other side, and we'll see who's faster.
And Pocket.
Oh, and Pocket can scoot. Pocket had never been a racehorse, though.
No, she had
never been a racehorse.
And as far as we know, Willie's had never been.
No, wouldn't it be something if he's the one that takes off?
That would be something, but he's not the type of breed that's.
No, he's not. So I guess that's not going to happen.
But I will say this. Resca is probably the most mellow, laid back. I cannot see her getting excited about much of anything.
She doesn't. She is chill as they come. I mean, she doesn't react to much. So if she does react, we will know it's bringing back.
Yes. Now, we've seen her run with Willie. They get excited from time to time. But Willie shows a little more emotion than Resca does. Yeah. Resca's just chill. Whatever y'all want to do, I'm fine.
They're two peas in a pod, though.
They are, though.
You know, we didn't know when we put the two together if it was going to work out or not.
No, we didn't.
And I'm thankful it did.
Yeah, me too. Because they are perfect for each other.
They are perfect.
All right, I'm going to grab Mary Carl's little burden speaker.
Okay.
That she uses to go birding with. And then we're going to go check and see. I got some treats, too. I got some treats.
Oh, got some treats. Okay.
Got some treats.
I'll meet you outside.
Sounds good. Mary Carl's little burden speaker. All right, so I'm going to grab our treats here. This is if y'all saw Brooke's video, this is the same treats from, I say Kalmbach, it's Tribute. That's the horse side of Kalmbach Feed Company. It's called Tribute. That's what these horse treats are. And these are the same ones that Brooke and myself gave the donkeys, the neighbors' donkeys. And y'all remember Snow White, the donkey, absolutely loved these treats. So I'm hoping that Willie and Resca are going to, I think they will. I think they're going to love them just the same. So we shouldn't have any trouble getting them over here. I got to know, what do you think? Do you think Resca's going to have any reaction whatsoever to the noise? That's what I want to know. So just let me know in the comments below, yes or no. How is she going to react to this sound? I got an idea what I think, but let's see what really happens here. Here you go, girl.
Oh, good save.
You want one more? You want one more, baby?
She said, I'll take 2 or 3 more.
That's good stuff, isn't it? All right, I got the speaker in my pocket right here. Let's see. We're going to play the bugle first, Brooke. You ready?
She said, let her finish chewing first.
Are you ready? expecting that. Let's play it again. I wasn't expecting that.
Me either.
All right, let's see what she does with the other one. You ready? So she had her reaction to both of them, but I think that one was just a little scary, though, I think.
Yeah, it was scary.
Willie didn't flinch, by the way.
No, Willie didn't flinch.
Willie did not flinch at all.
Crazy.
I was not expecting that, to be honest with you. I didn't think she was going to have any reaction, honestly.
Play that first one again.
I'll play the first one again. It's in my pocket. Hang on. Let's see here.
Nothing that time.
Nothing that time. I can't stress enough what Willie looks like now versus when we first got him. I know we didn't show any pictures of Willie when we first got him because we were so scared to show him to y'all because we were 50-50 on if he was going to make it or not. And that wind's starting to blow, isn't it?
It is. It's definitely picking up. You want to give it to her? I'll give it to you. Okay.
Y'all's breath's going to smell wonderful.
I was fixing to say, I smell peppermint.
I mean,
thought
it smells
those were
so
the other
good.
ones.
I didn't open up the new ones yet.
Okay.
We got 2 different types.
Ooh, they smell so good. You didn't sneak you a bite, did you?
Didn't slip me a bite, no. Look at her looking at me. She wants another one.
She does. They're definitely Willie and Resca approval.
Yeah, very much so. As a matter of fact, I'm going to tell you though, these are...
Hey, buddy.
We've bought plenty of horse treats, and they all always look like cookies.
Yeah.
These right here are
It
awesome
looks like
looking.
something you made in your kitchen.
Yeah, it does.
It looks
just like
homemade.
home. Yeah, definitely. You can see the seeds in it and everything. I don't know. It's
All
just
right,
pretty
so
awesome.
here's what I want you to do.
Okay.
I want you to put a saddle on Resca.
And we play that sound?
And then we're going to put her behind that gate over there.
Okay.
And we'll play the song.
All right. We can do that. I think I'll hook my speaker on the saddle.
You think?
Yeah. And I'm going to strap myself in. I'm going to tie myself to the saddle.
We just kidding. We just kidding. Yeah.
Oh,
But you can
goodness.
see. Let's see. Come here, big girl. So she said, I want treats.
Yeah.
Let's see. You can see her freeze
You know, the other
brand.
day when the wind was blowing, that's the way her mane goes. It covers up her,
Yeah, it
her
covers it up.
tattoo. And so she's got a tattoo, if you don't know this.
A freeze brand.
Yeah, freeze brand, because she is a legit racing horse. And that's how we found out her background. It was one of y'all that knew a lot about, or had somebody that knew a lot about racing horses and ran her number and got all the information for us.
She's definitely getting the leftovers out of her teeth.
Yeah,
She
is.
likes them that much.
Yeah.
She said, I might find a morsel.
Oh my gracious.
Those are y'all's favorite treats so far, aren't they?
I think so.
I think so too.
Man, they smell
You
good.
can't eat that in place of your other. Those are treats.
These are treats.
You got mud all over your face, buddy.
Yep, I'm going to have to get Derek to come over and check their hooves
Look-
too. It's getting time.
Look at her.
Yeah, she's still smacking over there. It's getting time to...
Yeah,
the
getting
trim
time to check
hooves.
those feet out.
And since Dr. D gave Willie his medicine, we have not put that corrective shoe back on there, and he's been doing very well.
He has.
You got
Hey,
any more of them
baby.
treats?
I don't have any more. What about him?
Oh, me.
Do you like that, buddy? Oh,
You know, he may weigh more than her now.
he looks like he does.
Yeah.
He really does. He's shorter though. You know,
And he's not quite as tall either. Man, he looks awesome.
You got a good home forever.
He's still smacking his lips over there. So is Resca.
She is. She's using her tongue to dig around.
Pretty
They're
boy.
both very good horses.
Yeah, they are.
Well, I wasn't expecting her to react.
I didn't think we were going to get any reaction. I
I'm
really didn't.
interested to see that on the playback. Because,
Yeah.
you know, seeing it in person was one thing, but going back and watching it,
Yeah, I didn't think we were going to get any reaction. And Willie never flinched.
no, Willie could care less. Willie said, I've never ran a race in my life.
Well, we recently, I know we talked about this in the live stream, but I don't think we've mentioned it in the video. But here in Alabama, we do not have an Amish community. Now, we have Mennonites. We've always had Mennonites as far as I can remember, but no Amish. But here recently, we have an Amish community that has settled here in central Alabama that's extremely close to us. And I don't know if some of y'all noticed in one of my videos where we were traveling, I focused on the buggy sign, the horse and buggy sign. Well, those are new. The local government got those put up and got them put up pretty quick, which I was thoroughly impressed with, to be honest with you. That our local government got those. I was just shocked that they did it, and they did it that fast, to be honest with you. But on the weekends, the wind's blowing. I'm gonna go around this side because I'm using my phone. But on the weekends, they have a baked goods sale, and we've been a couple of times. I've been buying their sourdough bread by the Lowe's, and that's the bread I've been eating throughout the weeks for sandwiches and toast and whatnot. It's absolutely delicious. And I got some of their fried pies last week, and y'all, let me tell you, oh my gracious. When I think of fried pies, I think of my great uncle Douglas. He was known, well known, the whole entire city of Selma, the churches, everybody knew my Uncle Douglas, mainly for one thing, besides him being a really great man, but his apple pies, his fried apple pies. And he actually showed me how he did it, and I got that footage, and I've been saving that footage. It's when I very first started YouTube, and so I really didn't know what I was doing, recording and all that, and I've never used it for anything. But I'm going to put it at the end of this video because my great uncle Douglas has since passed away, and I do have him cooking those fried pies, so I'm definitely going to put that in this video just for his honor. Just means something to me. But they have fried apple pies there, and it brought back so many memories of my Uncle Douglas. This was my granddaddy's brother, my granddaddy that y'all know, that lived over 100, that y'all have all seen and met in previous videos. And that was his brother. He actually died before granddaddy did. But we're going to ride over there. We're going to ride over. Today is Saturday. We're going to ride over there, see what they got. Hopefully they got some goodies left. And I hope they got some fried pies, especially the apple ones. Oh. I'm ready for a fried apple pie. I hope they got some. They may not have any.
They may not.
Now, the last time we went, they had apple, peach, and chocolate.
Yes.
Now, I have very fond memories of the apple, and the apple, I had the apple and the peach, and I like the apple better.
Mm-hmm. I got my mama the chocolate one.
Well, you got fond memories of the chocolate.
Yes.
Because that's what your grandmother made, was the fried chocolate pies.
But I'm not going to consume any.
So, I'm going to get an apple if they got apple. I got to. That's my favorite.
You going to try the chocolate?
But I may get a chocolate and try the chocolate.
Good thinking. Mama said it was rival to my meatballs.
I got to get my seatbelt on. Hang on for that beeper's just going.
Which was my grandmother.
Yep.
And that's saying something.
That is saying something. I will say that the fried apple pies were wonderful.
I did
Absolutely
ask
wonderful.
If they had anything that was gluten-free. And they made today, but they make popcorn and they have peanuts and some different things, so we'll see.
We'll see. Alright y'all, we're almost here. We're about to pull in their little shop right here, and I'm not going to video any of it because they don't like to be videoed, and I don't want to I'm just not going to disrespect them in any kind of way and ask, can I video certain things and not include them. I'm just not going to do that. And I'll show y'all what we get. There's 4 cars here. Oh, there's something left.
That's a good sign.
It is a good sign. Y'all, there's at least 10 cars here now. And the sourdough bread is sold completely out. All the popcorn was sold out. All the other, they are still cooking apple pies. Everybody's in line. Everybody's being courteous.
That's right.
Courteous.
But
the apple pies are gone as soon as they put them out there.
cookies are gone.
I mean, apple pie, fried pies.
Yeah, cookies are sold out.
Yes.
The fudge was sold out.
It said that they were about to put out some banana bread, but I didn't want any banana bread. I wanted the sourdough bread, which they were sold out of. What's crazy is, was it last week or 2 weeks?
It was 2 weeks ago, the first time we ever came.
We came and they had lots of bread left over.
Which wasn't expected.
That was 2 weeks ago. Now there's nothing.
They can't keep up, which is a good problem to have.
I love it. I absolutely love it. I'm so happy for them. I really am. And it's our buddy, our ex-beekeeper.
Yes, Miss Tanya was in there with
her husband was in there, and we talked to them. And then the Jones Feed, the owner of Jones Feed, where we get all of our feed from, he walked in. And so I don't know, that's just great. I love it. I absolutely love it. Now I'm gonna love these pies too, because I got one of each. They had coconut this time, which is new.
Yes, I have not seen coconut.
I'm gonna try the chocolate one.
Okay, I think that's a good idea.
I've already had the apple, I've already had the peach. I haven't had the coconut, which I'm excited to, and they're warm. These are
They can't
warm.
keep up with the supply, with the demand.
Every time we've bought them, they've been warm.
The supply is just steadily coming up.
So I'm gonna try the chocolate. This would have been your favorite, right?
Yeah.
All right, here we go. It's good.
Don't tell me. Is it your favorite?
No, still the apple.
Still the apple.
Still the apple.
Okay.
Oh, that is good. It's really good. It might be my second favorite, but I got a feeling the coconut's gonna slide in a second.
You think?
I think so. Well, we're back home on the farm, and it just makes me happy that they're doing so well, and the community is really supporting it, because that's some good food. Oh my gosh, that's so good. Well, I want to show y'all, or put the video of my great uncle cooking his fried apple pies. Now, Douglas did his a little different. He learned how to do it from my great grandma, and one thing that is interesting to me was that he uses what I call wop biscuits for the crust. He didn't make a homemade crust. He used wop biscuits. And if you don't know what wop biscuits are, it's those canned biscuits that you whop on side the counter and it opens up and it swells up. I've always called them wop biscuits. Brooke thinks that's the funniest thing in the world, but that's just what I've always called them. He used wop biscuits. And he learned that from great grandma. I know great grandma at some point, you did make homemade pie crust, but at some point there's the mouth of the South, whenever wop biscuits became available, she started using wop biscuits, and it just brings back so many memories. I remember great grandma's fried apple pies just like yesterday, and Uncle Douglas's tasted just like hers. It's just something I'll never, ever, ever forget. So here's the video of me recording my Uncle Douglas, or great Uncle Douglas, making his famous, and my great grandma's famous, fried apple pies. I hope you enjoyed this footage.
Loud as possible.
Now, how long did you do your apples for? All day in the crock pot?
About 5 hours.
5 hours. And how much water do you know how to use?
Just a little over a cup of package.
Okay.
Because I put in 4 packages.
And use a
I
little bit
will.
of 4 cups of water.
No, yeah, 4 cups of water. Now you'll have to push them down when you first start on it.
They keep floating to the top.
Yeah, and then
Start dissolving.
then you sometimes you have to go in there and push them back down, start a little bit.
I gotta see your tractor before I leave now.
Huh?
I gotta see the tractor before I
Alright.
leave. Is it in the shop?
Okay. I had to take my drain out. Filter stopper for me.
Okay.
You think you can do one of them now?
I think.
See what I usually do or whenever. Make sure I take it, try and lift up, make sure it's brown.
I got you.
See, that's all I'll do. This one for you. I'll hold it down.
Yeah.
I cannot tell you how happy I am that I was able to record that. You have no idea, and that I've saved it this entire time. It just, I don't know, it's just, just warms my heart. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Hope y'all all again staying safe and warm. Catch you on the next one. Y'all have the best day ever. Love y'all, and y'all be good.